how it is to start the season tomorrow and the expectations and having probably a pretty good Indiana team coming in for the first weekend of the year.
We're excited. These guys are excited. You could tell in their rhythm. Last Thursday, we really started playing some good, consistent baseball. We've been driving cattle for a long time with so many new people. And, we talk about, man, you want the practice to be for the coaches and the game to be for the players. And I think we're to that point. So many question marks with new people. I've seen us rank between 17 and 300 in every preseason poll out there and everywhere in between. And I think that's fair. You lose 5 pitchers in the top 12 rounds. So even if you do bring in a top 10 class, even if you have 5 freshmen in the top 100, those are all just it's guesswork. And I'm excited about the season and our players to play somebody else. The guesswork goes away tomorrow. We'll know more come next Monday than we've known for months who we are. I think Indiana matches us very well. They're led by a great head coach. Jeff Mercer is a good man in our industry. They have 7 of their 9 position players back. They have real power. They have an 18 home run guy, a 19 home run guy. They got 2 or 3 guys that can absolutely steal a base if you're not aware of how to stop the running game or to slow it down a little bit. Big swings if you make cripple pitches or don't get into some good sequencing of quality, you'll pay for it. They've done that in the past. I like our lineup. I like the length potential of our lineup. But if you're going to maybe hit Bobby Pierce, maybe a 3-hole type hitter, if you're going to lead him off, what does that lineup look like? I'm excited about it, but until it really goes out there against somebody else, it's hard to know. When you're playing each other all the time, it's almost, I liken it to professional baseball. When you're in a division, you play the same teams over and over. Like, we'll go see them again in 3 weeks. And our guys know each other. They know their strengths. They know their weaknesses. It's going to be good to see somebody else. We're going to face 2 left-handed starters. And if that's the case, man, we'll be able to run 5 lefties off the bench because we might only start 2 of them in the game. So I'm rambling and going with all that to say is, like, we got some guys that deserve to go play somebody else. I do believe in our roster. We got over 40 years of SEC, not just Division I experience within our coaching staff. And then I think the players have done a great job. We got 3 captains that I believe in. Case and Howell is our amazing captain. Nate LaRue, who earned that job last year as a catcher. I'm looking forward to seeing him have a full year starting day 1. And Bobby Pierce only has 38 games of stats, but they were pretty exciting. If he can lengthen that out for a full season, and that's who our team elected as our captain. So we got great leadership. We got some exciting young players. And the schedule to me is daunting. I think us and Indiana look just alike. I think they're coming in with some new pitching pieces and a veteran offense. I think they're excited about their pitching pieces, just like we are. But we really don't know what we have until we go out there and compete. And then I think we'll keep getting better, regardless of what happens this weekend. I think Auburn will get better because right now the coaches are making the lineup out because we just had a glimpse from January the 12th till now. And we're going to try to put the best team out there, understanding there's going to be pieces made because between tomorrow and as we go each weekend, we'll gain so much. When the players start making the lineup out, it'll be a better team till we shift to that. Hopefully get them off to a good start where there's minimal movement, but we're going to be matched athletically from game 1. That's not always the take. It helped us last year to go to Arlington. First game of the year, you're playing a team that was one of the last 2 standing for a championship, national championship at Texas Tech. We all know what kind of ball club that is. So I think we're seeing the benefit of playing good people early. It helps us get our team going.
So, also Gonzo, Nelson for the weekend. Nelson and Crunchfeld seem to go head-to-head a lot in the SWAT games. What led you to picking Nelson over Crunchfeld for Sunday?
Yeah. I thought Bauman has probably thrown the baseball the best, and he didn't get one of them either. I just think this early season, nobody in college baseball is ready for somebody to go 7 innings. We see this as 2 guys trying to get you 6 or 7. So I thought Tanner Bauman's actually thrown the best, and I'm using him as when to drop him in a game. Is it Friday or Saturday? As what's the best opportunity for maybe our best guy to throw?
Mm-hmm.
And that's not one of the three starters. Gonzalez just faced hitters for the first time this past Sunday, so I wasn't real excited after those 2 innings and everything went great. I wasn't excited about cutting 2 days out of him and putting him on Friday. Mm-hmm. Now that the week's going on, I kind of like him at Saturday because last year he threw Sunday. So setting in Saturday, and he probably is our closest thing to a diesel engine to feel like he could run the most innings in a start, at least the track record of it. So maybe you want that on Saturday to give the pen a day of rest when you have new pieces. Because I always keep thinking about Skipper and Burkhalter as much as I think about the beginning. Mm-hmm. I think we start by thinking about the end in mind. And so we got some people back there, and maybe that's the right day for Gonzalez. Also started, I think, our fall game against Alabama. Is that correct? I think we've been pushing from those 20-plus appearances last year, all out of the bullpen. We've been trying to make him a starter from day one. I'm hoping this gives him a boost of confidence. Mm-hmm. And then maybe Bauman comes behind him, but we're looking for 2 guys each day. Chase Isbell is deserving. The Crotchfelt Nelson, I guess I'm answering that backwards, where they both earned a spot. And if Crotchfelt comes right behind or is a Tuesday starter, it's good either way. And we've really tried to tell some of these older guys that we want to see some of these younger guys and see, are they ready to pitch good baseball now? And when you see a young one like Nelson, you got to know that there's an experienced guy right around him. So Isbell's got his back, or Sheehan's got his back. So we're packaging it that way, but we have to announce starters, I guess, to appease everybody, the opponent, the SEC, you guys. But we're really seeing this as 6 pitchers trying to get to 4 guys in the back is what we're trying to do. And I don't know if the most critical part of the game is going to be in the first inning. It absolutely can be. Or if it's going to be the 4th, 5th, or 6th inning. At least some youth early and they don't go your way. At least you have more innings of recovery. Might be a way to look at this. So I'm just asking those guys to sincerely open and then get to another guy that potential, because in 3 weeks from now, everybody that piggyback might be in those spots. But I don't want it to be because of health or anything like that. I want good, solid opportunities and allow these guys for 2 or 3 weeks to get after it. And then everybody's pitch count will be built up in 3 weeks. And hopefully the players are making the lineup out, and maybe a couple more pieces can strengthen us and go another place. But it was hard with Crotchfelt and Nelson. But that's what we'll do. But I would imagine they're both going to get a start here in these first 4 games.
Which, you mentioned kind of the experience of Indiana, but especially with, a lot of guys who need to get experience out of the pen or on the mound. Just how valuable is it to get those guys right off the bat going up against such an experienced lineup?
Yeah, we won't sneak by with anything. If we do good, that's going to be against a good lineup in Division I baseball. So there's no faking it. There's no, like, if somebody goes out and pitches really good, I'm like, all right, this is going to feel like an SEC weekend for our ball club, and so many people are going to get first experiences. This is an SEC lineup that we're facing. Bat speed, exit velocity, metrics, number of at bats. We're facing an SEC lineup that presents a lot of challenges. So, and then if somebody doesn't look ready, it can conversely do the same thing. But the positive is, if you go out and do well this weekend, I think you're making believers out of your clubhouse, more importantly. But even our people, the fans, the people that are watching us close, that, all right, this guy can have success because he had success this weekend. Sometimes it's, hey, we'll wait and see. We'll see if he does good later on. But you can tell the last few years how our schedule's really changed. This RPI thing, it's advantageous to go on the road. When I got here, we committed to being all 4 weekends at home. Now we're taking that 1 weekend out of those 4 and hitting the road, because there's more value right now in the RPI situation as the program's built up and we're positioning for something. So you're seeing us start doing that each and every year. And then we thought it was important to keep playing good people early. Because we'll have Lipscomb in Southeast Louisiana, who was one of our teams in our regional too. So Georgia Tech back on the schedule. Those are great RPIs. Those are tough games, and one's here and one's up there. And then of course the 30 SEC games. So it's a challenge, but if you pitch good this weekend, confidence comes from acquiring skill. If somebody does good this weekend, that absolutely should be counted in confidence and not having to wait to do it against somebody else. That's how much respect we have for Indiana.
Right.
Yeah, Drew Nelson, what are his strengths? What are you looking to see from him on Sunday?
Yeah, moxie, how he handles himself. That's a good resting heart rate. I want to see him getting a tempo and a rhythm. So if he's bogged down, that's not like what we're looking for. Sometimes when a young pitcher takes that mound, can they be in the same rhythm? Can they be in their same ideal performance state that they gotten in practice? You know, there shouldn't be two different games, but in all honesty, we're wired that way as humans. You should be able to get to your same ideal performance state, whether it's a practice setting or whether it's a game setting. And sometimes that comes a little bit later. I fully expect for him to be intact. That's the first thing I'm looking for. It's not going to be the blow your way with stuff, but you know, it could be 87, 88. It might be juiced a little bit more, and if it's juiced a little bit more out the gate, I hope it's commanded and not elevated and swinging high and arm side. Plus changeup, and then a tight breaking ball. And can he get to his stuff? Because he's going to have to get to it quick, right? If you got a veteran right there, he's going to have to get to his stuff quick and be competitive against a good lineup. And I think he's aware and knows that. But all those ingredients are in there. There's a moxie in there. There is that's the only two things in our program is self-confidence and no excuses. He don't make excuses, and he's got amazing self-confidence. Ike Irish has amazing self-confidence. Crotchfeld has so much confidence. And that's why they get opportunities like this immediately and early, because we hang our hat on those two things. And Drew Nelson's done an amazing job. Like he's been in our program, like he was raised well, he's already wired a certain way. And, everybody wants a freshman All-American that you can have for a few years. And we're going to take a look at that. Even though they're openers, we're going to take a look and see if we can get lightning in a bottle. Here's your little tidbit. His name was given to me by Hal Baird. Hal Baird saw him pitch and gave me a Hayden Galimo reference. And that's about all we needed. And he was dead on right. And we just want Drew to go out there and have success, because him and Crotchfield might be 2 or 3 pieces. I can look ahead as you keep trying to build a program and keep trying to think about everything. These coaches and these players they better be right here in this moment. But some of that is me when we're trying to figure out 2 guys a game. I'm like, I want to see that guy. I don't want to wait so late and try to figure it out later on. I want to give somebody that has all these intangibles a chance. So it's not going to be the type A stuff, but we think he is a great athlete that can change speeds and get on a roll. And the other thing, those 8 guys that are on the field, they want Drew Nelson on the mound because they like the way he operates and acts when he's on it.
Right, go ahead.
Infield, how's it going to start? And there's some guys that might start like on Saturday and Sunday. They don't start Friday.
Yeah, a lot of grace to Gabe in that regard. Unless he gets hit with a line drive or something today, I think you'll see LaRue behind the plate. I think even though it's 2 lefty starters, I think you'll see Cooper McMurray draw the start at first base. Kansas transfer. Cooper Green probably at second base with him starting a lefty. Him and Brody Moore have worked a lot there. Mason Land, but I think Green will get the nod with a left-handed starter for Indiana. We've done it, the last 3 years in a row where you've taken a Ryan Bliss, play a year at second, go to short. Brody Moore, second, then short, and we're trying to do it again with Cole Foster. So we're going to definitely take a look at that. We've been working toward that for months. Cole Foster is our switch hitter, so you'll probably only have 2 left-handed starters in there. Ike Irish would probably DH. He better be in there, or Gabe did get hit with a line drive because he has really performed and looks the part and just evaluates the strike zone at a high level. I'm excited because I feel like it's been earned. But Bryson Ware will probably draw the start. Gavin Miller is another freshman we're really excited about. But Bryson's done really good these last 2 weeks. And not that your last 5 at-bats is supposed to shake anything out, but that's the small evaluation window you have from January the 12th till the season starts. They'll both play, but Bryson Ware has moved back from like a defensive replacement at the end of the year in the outfield. Came to us as a junior college shortstop and has just continued to get better. You know, not a great track record to hit. The world knows it. And but he's having his most competitive at-bats he's ever had. He's putting bunts down. He's stealing bases. Body's moving good. We feel like he's in that right place right now. He's throwing the ball with confidence across the infield. And he has stayed in the fight. He's never blinked. He's never run from Auburn. He's never run from himself. And you know what? Yeah. When the players start making the lineup out in 3 weeks, I hope he's still in there. But he has worked so hard and stayed in the game. It is awesome. That's one thing. Those are a few things that you get to do as a head coach is you get to reward that. Because you have to write in a name in a lineup. So that is absolutely a celebration of somebody staying in the fight, continuing to bet on themselves, and believing that he's going to try to get better. So not many more athletic boys out there on that field. It would be a huge benefit if it sticks the way it's been playing recently. It's awesome. The catching is deep. You know, you got LaRue, but I'm going to tell you, I really like the other catcher. The other catchers have done a good job. Ryan Dial, he has swung the bat well in January. Kind of that same mode of Ware as far as playing time in the past, but he's done a good job there. Ike is absolutely going to be a guy that is going to continue to catch some. But what's my boy from
Carter Wright?
Yeah, Carter Wright from Iowa Western is just, boy, he handles our guys good. He receives the ball well. His blocks are on time. Throws enough. Great approach at the plate. Every box he checks is pretty good. We're deep there, and also in that outfield. It looks like maybe Bobby Pearson left, Kason Howell in center, and Justin Kirby, Kent State transferring right. He's comfortable in right. Bobby played right all last year. I like Bobby's arm in left. I think Plainsman Park's a little bit different. It's not just the arm playing with the wall there to throw guys out at home. It's to keep guys from going first to second also. So in left field, our park's a little bit unique, and you have an opportunity that somebody skies one toward left field. We know to put our head down and run. The opponents that never play here maybe play 1, 2, or 3 games a year. If they hesitate any, you know, Bobby's arm gives us a chance to keep a double play in order, or to do something really more exciting, to create an outfield assist. But we're going to try it. We've been looking at this for a while and have stuck there the last few weeks. So that's probably how we'll start tomorrow, unless something changes with this last practice.
Was that Ware at third, you said?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And Caden Green at second?
Yes.
Right, last one. Right.
Speaking of Moxie on the mound, are you going to challenge our new football coach to throw from the rubber with his first pitch tomorrow?
I absolutely do. I have no problem in doing that. As soon as I see him come out, and I appreciate Coach Freeze from coming out. It's called BP with BT, and everybody thought Bruce was coming. They're like, who is BT? It was really batting practice with Butch Thompson. But Coach Freeze actually came out and spoke to all the students here. It was awesome, and it was a great night. And I appreciate him. He's already standing in the gap. I'm excited to root and do my part, and to have your football coach to be new and already, you know, head on a swivel doing anything he can to help basketball or women's basketball or volleyball or baseball. I mean, that's a good start. Auburn embraces that. Auburn respects that. Auburn loves that. And I think Coach Freeze, it's another sign for me in a short period of time of what a potentially great match we have in our new football coach. So I appreciate him for that. If and when, I don't know when he's coming out. He comes out for a first pitch, I'll poke him. I'll poke the bear and tell him he's got to throw from the mound. See ya.
He'll be here tomorrow.
He's here tomorrow?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I'll do it tomorrow. If it was 2 weeks from now, I'd probably forget, but I'm on it
Yeah.
tomorrow.
Right.
All right, thank you.